Women conceal their most powerful wants behind layers of behavior, yet her physiology never lies. Most men will never identify these 6 indicators, not because they're hidden, but because you were never taught how to read what's already being displayed. Understand this. This is not about control. It's about something far more fundamental. You've been trained to assume that understanding a woman is impossible, told that women are puzzles, riddles wrapped in inconsistency. That belief is false. That belief is limitation. Here's what philosophy exposes that modern dating culture refuses to say aloud. Every human operates as both revealed and concealed. We all transmit our true intentions through micro-movements, through posture, through the ungoverned nervous system. The conscious mind deceives. The body does not. For years you've focused on what women say. You've treated language as truth. Language is strategy. Language is leverage. But the nervous system is different. The nervous system is impartial. It does not fake. It does not perform. This matters because you're exhausted from guessing, exhausted from tension, exhausted from questioning whether her interest is real or merely polite. That confusion is not intuition failing you. It's proof you've been operating with partial data. That ends now. Learning these signals doesn't make you dangerous. It makes you fluent. It allows you to interpret the most complex communication system ever used. Not speech, the language of reality, the language of desire itself. When a man acquires this fluency, his world recalibrates. He stops pursuing illusions. He stops investing in uncertainty. He moves with a different posture through life. Not ego, precision. Let's anchor this in something undeniable. The human nervous system functions according to what neuroscientists define as polyvagal theory, articulated by Dr. Stephen Porges, which demonstrates that our social engagement circuitry, the most ancient layer of the brain, signals before conscious thought. It communicates through micro-expressions lasting fractions of a second, through eye dilation, through breath patterns, through subtle shifts of the head and torso. Women are not more enigmatic than men. They are simply more conditioned to suppress. Social training teaches them that desire must be hidden, controlled, deployed tactically, but under closeness, under pressure. When vigilance dissolves, her authentic nervous system surfaces. The data is unambiguous. Research published in Psychological Science analyzed how people detect romantic attraction. The finding was clear. The body does not deceive when attraction is real. Eye contact lengthens. Shoulders ease back. Mirroring becomes reflexive. But here's the critical distinction. These signals only surface in specific environments, only when certain conditions exist, only when performance drops. That's why most men never see it. They search for dramatic cues, obvious confessions, overt signals. They overlook the quiet recalibration of her body around them. The shift in breath, the subtle lean, the way her voice drops into a register meant for one listener. Cognitive science reveals something sobering. The brain absorbs visual input at roughly 11 million bits per second. Conscious awareness can process about 40. That means you ignore nearly all available information every moment. You are functionally blind, but blindness is not permanent. You can learn to perceive not with thought but with something older. Your intuition. Your nervous system syncing with hers. That is the awareness we're developing here. Picture this clearly. You're sharing space with her, maybe at a cafe, maybe talking in a friend's living room. The light is soft. Noise hums in the background. Other people exist. Other stimuli compete, yet the space between you feels dense. Not discomfort, something else, a charge. A pull no one else can register, but both of you sense. She's speaking. Her words are ordinary, casual, but beneath them something stirs. Something in her reaches forward while her rational mind preserves deniability. This is the threshold. This is where the 6 indicators appear. This is what separates men who understand female psychology from men who stay permanently uncertain. Everything begins with respiration. Not symbolically, literally. When a woman is near a man she desires, her parasympathetic system reacts. Her breathing shifts. It becomes tighter, quicker, more intentional. Oxygen intake rises because the body is preparing for what? Contact, exposure, connection. You know this sensation. When you're near someone you want, your chest contracts. Your breath becomes loud to your own awareness. Suddenly breathing requires effort. She feels this too. And she knows it's visible, so she attempts to regulate it. She slows it consciously. She controls it. But here's the key. When she's engaged with you, When attention narrows, her breath still alters. You'll notice if you're observant. Her chest lifts more noticeably. Her voice catches briefly when she reveals something personal. There's a fractional pause before she speaks, as though steadying herself. This is not fear. It's activation. Her system is alert, not sexual yet. Neurological, she is present with you in a way she is not elsewhere. This matters because breathing is the only autonomic function you can observe without intrusion. No touch required, no personal questions, only awareness. Does her breathing shift when you appear? Does it settle when you're absent? Does it accelerate as conversation deepens? If so, that is the first signal. Her body is stating what her language avoids. Now observe her eyes, not sentimentally. Biologically, the pupil is a direct indicator of autonomic arousal. It expands and contracts with light, yes, but also with psychological stimulation. When someone is drawn in, engaged, attracted, pupils widen. This is reflexive, uncontrollable. Women understand this. They know dilated pupils communicate interest. That's why in formal or public contexts, they adjust lighting or position themselves in shadow. But in moments of authentic connection, concealment fails. When you're truly conversing, not exchanging pleasantries, watch her eyes. Do they shift? Is there a softness? A reflective sheen? Are her pupils larger than they were minutes earlier? Here's the mechanism. Dopamine surges through her system. Dopamine governs desire, anticipation, focus. It enlarges pupils. It sharpens attention. It makes you, your presence, your words more vivid to her nervous system. This is not fantasy, this is physiology.